The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. For a spot in the NFC Championship game, this one is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They send the tight end in motion. Love gonna air this out to start. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick-6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready? Go.
Love back to it after the pick. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Derek Forrest able to make the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Let's go now.
2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got to flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Love from the gun. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Commanders will go on offense.
Got it. Ready?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go. Set.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. And great try at that 1st down.
Back to the well again. Oh, the football's loose. Packers pick it up.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Set. Ready.
From the pistol, here's Love. Brought in inside the 20. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Okay, ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set up. Set up.
Another one for Gibbs. And he only gets this one down to the 9. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Love on 3rd and short. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Gibbs. And he didn't make the pylon. He's out of bounds just short of it. It's a 3-yard gain, and they're in great shape now with 2nd and goal from the 1.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Set. Go.
They'll run. It's Gibbs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Packers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing. Maybe some nerves. It's an interception on his first pass. DJ Turner comes up with it. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go now. Panther 11. Take go.
Love out of the shotgun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and it'll be first down, Packers.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Thrown on first down, Love. Gets this one to Watson. It's inside the 10. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Packers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. About set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Looking to the air here. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And they get this down to the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Here's the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throwing now from the gun. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Packers take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll be just inside the 10 before he goes out. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. It's across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Last thing, 19. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Love. He's got Watson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's complete to Musgrave. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. This one is up and good. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. He'll look to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Packers get it back after making their 3rd first half interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers parlay the interception into points. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Commanders make it a one-score game in the first half. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second-effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Love. Pass brought in by Traylon Burks. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First down throw, here's Love. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. It's a Green Bay touchdown. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion left. Throwing it to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
That's a run that will take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Barner's got it, complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That's good for 7 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here from the frozen tundra. It's the Commanders, lined up with a 2nd and 8. He'll throw it. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Third down from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Love from the gun. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. He's going deep this time. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Love out of the shotgun. Intercepted in the end zone. That is Marcus Jones.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Trying to throw here out of the gun. It's Dotson on the catch. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To throw here on 1st down. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Packers might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 37. He's on the move. He's running with it. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First throw for the backup now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Looking to throw again on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Packers putting 6 defensive backs out there defending pass on this third down. They're throwing it. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
Kate, if we weren't dealing with a little bit of wind out there, I'm not sure that kick has enough steam to make it. In track, they call that wind aided. In football, they call it 3 points.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Gibbs now from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Let's go.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
79 Bronco.
Shotgun now for Love. This is complete to Gibbs. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This is Gibbs on second down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, Shaq.
Throwing from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Simple dive up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another carry for him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 35 out of that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Chased out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing now from the gun. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Packers take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Let's go.
Play fake, it's Love. Escapes out to the left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
70 Lions. Hey, check that. Check, go.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. After a 3-yard gain, they're left with 4th and 10. The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. This is from 35 out on the left hash. The vet in his 14th season, still knocking them through. And that extends their lead to 14.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, put some heat on this. And they pick him off again. And the Packers get it back on the final play of the quarter. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. The Packers have possession, hoping to close out a win and advance in the postseason. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Love now. This is reeled in by Reed. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Love now to throw. That's incomplete left side.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Reed will go in motion right. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
The Packers take their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on. 1st down, ball at the 36. Takes the handoff, now Love. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Commanders have some new life in the 4th. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
This one misses the tight end. And now it's second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Pass play coming here. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun here. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
Hawk 70,
Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it yet again. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
let's go. 19 tight. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Into traffic, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
18 left.
Setting up a throw. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. They are throwing it again. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
18 card. 18 card. 65, 65.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it to his running back. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw now. It's Dotson on the catch. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here we go, set.
2nd down, looking for options. Touchdown, Washington. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. From the pistol, here's Love. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
You know, as a quarterback, you got to give your man enough space to make that catch inbounds. That was off just enough to carry him to the sideline before he could establish possession.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Love from the gun. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Love to throw again. Brought in by Burks. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Receiver in motion, going left. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pass complete to Gibbs. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
2nd and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. On the move, headed right. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They'll throw it again. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
Putting a receiver in motion. Looking to throw it. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Another throw here on 2nd down. It's taken in by Sinnott. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz, and he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Now to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Washington calls it second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
He'll throw it yet again. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And this is recovered by the Packers hands team. They're going to win this game.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. The Packers to a knee, letting the clock run out on this victory.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau.